Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm just breaking even. I'm not making money on this. This is how much my maintenance is going up. I have to pass it on. Through this year, and then another 140 in January.
Question.
Yes.
Building 6 has no.
They don't have any. They don't have, exactly. They don't.
Nobody in that building needs one?
Nope. They're either all email or all mailed. Okay, everyone. We're late already. If everybody would stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball. Okay, so the first thing that looks like everybody's reading, we might as well talk about that first. So we emailed, and I'm surprised, we really do have quite a few people that are on the email list. I would say we have more on email than people here and that we mail to. So thanks, because that saved you guys some money instead of us having to print it. However, I obviously did print a bunch for anyone who wanted to take one, and of course you can print yours at home if you want. So, if you can call it good luck or whatever, we were thinking that we had put in $1.5 million as an increase, and it only went up $1,346,000. Only. Yeah. So we saved what? We saved $154,000 less. That's great. That's just fantastic. So, we will be having the meeting on June 6th at 10 a.m. And this will be the Board of Directors approving the amended budget and also approving the special assessment. So anyone who'd like to come, you're more than welcome to. We did not say it's a done deal, but let's be honest, it's a done deal. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it. That's what the cost is going to be. We've already had to sign all the paperwork with the insurance company and send them a down payment of $675,000. So it's going to go through. There's not much we can do about it. You'll see that for this year, 114 to the AEF and J's, 101 to the BDG and I, and 89 to the C and H's. That's to cover the increase from now until December. It will stay on the budget next year, obviously. It's not like it's going to go down. But that's what we need just to cover from now until the end of the year. You'll, of course, get another budget come November. That will be for the year 2024. So any questions on that? I'm going to be able to take it out on ACH. I'll be one second, I'm sorry. Come July, we'll automatically take it out of your account if you're on ACH. If not, you will get a new coupon book along with your letter saying that it passed. And you will also get one of our little homemade coupons that will be for the special assessment. So now, a question. Take the mic. That's okay. I'm sorry. Don't forget, folks, because of YouTube, please use the mic and please tell me who you are. Hang on, Julie Brown. He heard me. Now try it, Julie.
You want me to sing?
There you go.
Julie.
Downtown Julie Brown, what's
Woo-hoo!
up?
Come on now, I'm coming with your favorite tunes. Okay. Julie Brown.
I'm glad you got that.
12I.
Yes.
In discussing this with my realtor, she happened to say something. I didn't get the full details. She said something about in 2024, this could may be adjusted through wherever this increase came from, as far as the state or condos. I don't know.
Okay, so if a miracle happens and the state finally says this is ridiculous, you people cannot keep charging this, that's great. The only thing is, there's nothing that says these companies will stay in the state of Florida then. So if the state comes in and says, no, we're no longer allowing you to adjust rates by this amount, They're just gonna back out of the state. That's the thing. So until the state really does something, we're actually expecting another increase in 2024. Most of the companies that I've spoke to and our attorney have all said, this isn't over, folks. You're looking at probably 3 years of these kind of increases. Yeah. Yep. So start putting your pennies aside. Multiple thousands of dollars. Excuse me.
Chris, I'm Pat, 13F. What insurance company is this, and are they reputable?
Okay, so there are only 6 companies in the state of Florida that are writing policies for condominiums, okay? Not your individual unit, okay? You can go to, AAA and here, there, whatever. But there are only 6 in the state. We are with Lloyd's of London, which is the best AM rating. That's what they do. They're A++++, like 27. They're admitted in the state. There are actually 15 different insurance companies under Lloyd's of London that is insuring us. Each company takes a certain percentage of the risk. There might be one that only takes the very first $500,000. That's all they insure us for. We have 2 companies that are not rated, they're admitted in the state, declined to bid. We have Citizens that is not rated, but they're admitted in the state, it's the state's insurance, that declined to bid for numerous reasons, but also they don't cover everything that other companies cover. For instance, if a building is wiped out, the company we're with right now does whatever code grade. So right now you don't have any smoke detectors, you don't have sprinkler system. That would be considered a code upgrade. Lloyd's of London covers that. Citizens does not. They didn't want to bid anyway. There's 2 other states that are admitted, but they're both under a moratorium, which means the state is telling them you cannot bid. They probably have multiple policies that they are not paying on. So the state will not allow them to write more policies. We are that proverbial rock and hard place. We're in it right now. There is nowhere else to go. There's just no other insurance companies out there that are writing for condos. So
If the state is controlling...
Brenda Benny,
Oh, don't give-
25B.
Phyllis.
They don't even know where they live. It's like, what? Go ahead, what?
I know,
You know where you live.
just not an A unit. If the state is controlling who they can and can't, how is it the state's not involved in a cap on how much they can increase?
Okay, so the only way that they're saying that they can't is because something is wrong with the company. Like I just said, they may have had a lot of policies over on the West Coast from whatever that hurricane was. I can't even remember the name, and they're not paying. Okay, they're either not paying at all or they're paying cents on the dollar. So the state's not allowing them to write any additional policies because they're not making good on the ones they already have. Okay? Again, that's your politicians. Write letters, do whatever. And as I said earlier, the state may be able to put in some kind of a moratorium that hey, we're not going to allow you to raise more than a certain amount. However, they cannot make that company stay in the state of Florida. Okay? American Heritage might say, you know what? We can't raise it 50%. We're not writing any more policies, period. So it's not good. They got us. Yes. Let her come around to you.
Number 1, I'm Marilyn Paul in 41A. I only have 2 folders for the first floor. I need one for me and also for Tracy on the second floor.
They get emailed.
Okay.
So that they went via email. That's the whole idea of doing it via email, so we don't have to print these. Okay?
But I have them there to give them to them.
No.
They're still
no,
here.
No. Tracy got hers via email, and
Oh,
you should have
okay.
gotten yours via email.
Second of all,
Yes.
Tennessee, Georgia, and a lot of other states are having the same problem.
You know it.
Because of tornadoes and hail, and the insurance companies are doubling and tripling, and.
Folks, please.
So
There's other
it-
people talking.
It's happening in other states.
Oh, yes.
Not just Florida.
That's correct.
And it's the weather coming across, and there's nothing you can do about this. But I tried Citizens, like I told you, they wanted 3,500
Yep.
for homeowners, and they had to have an inspector come out and check my windows because they're 7 years old.
Yep.
Now, if they shatter, are we responsible for them?
No, we are. Monterey is. So
Okay.
if your windows get destroyed, Monterey replaces them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's covered by us. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
You got it. Very good. And anybody who's listening to the news today, Oklahoma got hit with a tornado, hail damage, mudslides, etc. They're expecting huge outages. It's, as Marilyn said, it's not just Florida. Texas gets the hurricanes. California has the earthquakes. It's everywhere. And we're all the ones getting stuck. And when I say we're, my house too. I live here in Florida. I have a 31-year-old house. Went up $600 and lost coverage, and my deductible went up. It's everywhere. So, okay, so also attached with that is the notice of the special assessment, which unfortunately we still have to do. These are all things that we've been working on way before these prices came in. They're contracts that are already signed, and we're going to need that money pretty quick too. So that will be voted on also on Tuesday, June 6th, and it will be due July 1st. Okay? Sorry for that too. Come to the meeting, but again, there's not much the board can do. We don't have any leeway right now. You know, these are things that have been in the work for a year. So unfortunately, we're getting stuck. You'll see that you have a brand new budget that we had to send out. Very few things are changed from the budget you received, other than some wording. You'll see that it now says proposed because the prices had to change. And we kept a couple of things highlighted to show you exactly what it was. You go back to, I think, this last page or second to last. You see the property insurance going from what was budgeted last year, or what we paid last year, rather, was $593. We budgeted $712, and it's going to $1,346,000. So, any other questions on insurance? And I guess the third page shows the groups and what your maintenance is going up to.
Tom Andrews, 25E. What happens if the state decides to tell our insurer that they can't raise the rates? Does that mean we won't have insurance anymore?
Very possible. Very possible. It actually is called something, and the wording just went out of my head, but we had to actually check with the attorney. If insurance is not available, that's what it's like. You cannot get insurance, period. For instance, you know that our appraisal went up to $58 million. This insurance is only for $30 million because no one will write a policy for $58 million. They will not take the risk of writing a $58 million policy for one community. So we are covered up to $30 million worth of damage. Each building right now is appraised for $1,090,000 with a $50,000 deductible. Okay? 30 of our buildings could be totally destroyed and have to be rebuilt, and we have plenty of money. Every building can sustain $500,000. We have plenty of money. Okay? And we're with the best company that's writing policies right now. So it's the best that we could do. Anything else on that?
Isabel Pendleton, 6J. I got lost somewhere in the numbers. You said that if we have the ACH for our maintenance, one of these amounts will come out automatically?
Yes, so what I'm going to do is, before we take out your July payments, we will adjust the ACH amount. So if you're on ACH, you don't have to do anything. We will do it through the office. We will automatically, for you, Isabel, it's 114, will be added to your ACH and come out of your bank account automatically. Okay? Okay, anything else on that? And if you think of something, you can circle back. Pam.
Chris, Pam Kabansky, 26B. Just a reminder.
Could you hang on 1 second? That's my boss, and he's watching it live, and I told him to call if he's got a question.
Hi, Ron.
Yes, Mr. President. What's up? You're on the air, so go ahead.
Quick question. I mean, not question. I got some answers, maybe, but if we can't get insurance.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. If we can't get insurance, we can always keep our maintenance where it is and save some money.
Correct.
Right?
If no one will write us a policy, we would just keep keeping that money. So if for some reason all these companies back out of the state of Florida, we would just keep your maintenance the same and put that money in the bank and pray that the H word does not come. Is that it, boss?
Yep, that's it.
Bye. I'm sorry, Pam. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm still Pam. And I'm still in 26B.
Yes.
Just a reminder to Isabel and to anybody else that the special assessment does not come out of ACH.
Correct.
That is a coupon
Yes.
only.
When we send you the letter saying that's been passed or whatever, you will get a little homemade coupon on the bottom of the approval sheet. That is your little coupon for the special assessment, which we cannot take out of your ACH. That has to be paid by a separate check. Okay? All right, let's move on. Wait a minute.
Lisa Clements, 34D. So in essence, if they cancel us, we're going to self-insure ourselves.
I don't like to use the word self-insured because the state says we're really not allowed to do that. However, if no insurance company will write a policy, it's a legal term that it's called, and that would be our only recourse, is that we would just save our money for as long as we possibly can to build up a fund that if there was an insurance, if there was a claim. It's pretty much the same thing, yes. Yep. That was your question? Hey, great minds. Think alike. All right, let's move on. So we're going to be starting work on the golf course. We're doing it in-house. Tee boxes at one red, all of 6, and the part of 8 that was damaged when they did the bulkhead. We are going to be stripping that down, leveling it. Anybody who's been playing, especially 6, you see 6 is crowned. Makes it a little difficult to tee off. We're going to be doing that in-house. That'll be starting within the next week or so. And we will have temporary tee boxes up. We will also be doing some tree trimming on the golf course. Holes 1, 3, and 8 are planned right now. That will be Colton's tree service. And we have contracted with 707. That's the company that does our palm trees. Of course, they're scheduled whenever, because everybody knows that one. They'll be here probably in September, even though I want them here now. But that's the way they work, and they do the best job so far. I mean, I think everybody has agreed to that. They do an awesome job on the palm trees, and they're still the cheapest company out there. So they have been scheduled. Met with a pressure cleaning company last week. We will be starting the pressure cleaning with an outside company probably within the next week or so. We had started doing it in-house. We are down employees again. It was a way we thought we could get more stuff done by hiring an extra employee, but unfortunately it just takes too much time, so we are going back to doing an outside company doing the pressure cleaning, okay? So that will be starting soon. Any poker players? We replaced the $250 worth of fuses this morning, and the motor shot flames out. So we took the motor out and are getting a new motor for the air conditioner. And that does the poker room and the gym. So hopefully it'll be fixed by this afternoon, and whenever you guys are playing poker, you won't be sweating to death up there. It just keeps happening. Just what else do you want to spend money on? I mean, you want to spend on the roofs. Okay, so that's going to be my next one, roofs. So the roofs and the ponds are both on schedule. We are actually expecting them within the next 2-3 weeks to start work on both projects. They are going to start on building 22 and 23. Those are the two roofs that we picked to be done first. We have never used this company before. So what we're doing is they're going to do 2 complete roofs, and we're going to get the warranty before we allow them to go on with the next 18 roofs. Okay? So there may be a little gap between the time they finish the first 2 and we go on with the next 18, but we are still on schedule to do 20 roofs, which, by the way, showing them the contract, the insurance company, actually saved us money, if you can believe it. Maybe that's when it went down from $1.5 million to $1.3 when they saw that we were having 20 of our roofs replaced this year for $960,000, but we are doing them. And that's in the reserves, other than $85,000 that we have to collect in the special assessment, and that is from COVID and from price increases. We are still very well funded. Our reserves are in great shape. We have been saving for roofs for years. So, roofs and ponds. So actually, I just got a call that most of the pond materials are at the supplier. They're going to be delivering them, so we are starting with them probably within a couple of weeks. We'll be starting on pond 25, which is at the end of the long street here. We're going to try to have them do pond 25 and pond 2 basically at the same time. That's the small pond. Being that we're closed on Mondays, we're going to try to have them work on the small pond at 2 on Mondays and continue with 25 during the other days. Anyone who has Hotwire, you know you do not have channel 63 anymore. We are waiting for our new controller for Hotwire once we get Hotwire in this clubhouse. So starting after this meeting, I will have 63 playing on this TV, but you can always go to YouTube and to the website, okay? Look for parties, look for whatever. We'll probably do a few more email blasts and call them alls, until everyone has either 63 or the new Hotwire channel, which is going to be, I think, channel 99. So if you get a phone call from us, you don't have to call back, just listen to your message. That's why we try to do them late in the afternoon, because I get 30 people calling, hey, you just called me? Yeah, listen to your message. So we'll try to keep you up to date on all that kind of stuff in other ways till we get 63 up and running. Screen company, our screen company, everybody who used to kind of not complain but say, looks like there's a homeless guy walking around. Well, that was Steve, who was awesome at doing screens, but he did look homeless. Steve left the company that he was with, which is Screens R Us. They are so backed up that I am now looking for our 6th screen company, which hopefully within the next few weeks I'll have a new company doing that. We only have about 20 units that are left that need to be done still. We have not forgotten about y'all. As soon as I get a company, we have the list in my office, and your screens will be replaced.
I'm definitely not a techie person, and
Yes.
I was given an envelope from Hotwire. Nobody explained anything to me, and they told me to call Maria. I dialed the number, and they said there is no Maria.
Okay.
So I have no clue.
Did they do your install? Is your installation already done?
It's done. And
Okay.
they give you an envelope like this with a bunch of numbers on.
Okay,
and-
so they're supposed to show you how to do it, how to use it, all that stuff. So Maria is actually sitting right up there in the glass room. So anyone who needs to see Hotwire for any reason, go see Maria. She is our launch manager. She's great, I've been told. So after the meeting, go see her and give her. I can't answer, because I've had some people that say they have stayed in the unit with them for 3.5 hours and showed them how to use everything. I don't know why. Yeah, you're just lucky that way. hang on. Go ahead, I'll repeat it. Go ahead.
They're not telling people to, Wendy upstairs above me this morning at 8 o'clock, they told her she had to move everything out of that storage area. They're not telling these people ahead of time to get it out of there. She just had hernia surgery. She can't move it.
Okay, again, how many times has it been discussed? Okay?
Correct.
It's been on 63, YouTube, the website, that you have to do this. We can't keep telling these people over and over and over what they need to do. Now, they said that they would help them, and I know certain people, they've cleaned out their whole closet for them. Okay? But, I mean, we've been talking about this for over a year. I've had people say, well, I don't look at 63. Well, that's not my problem. It's not the board's problem. It's not Monterey's. If you refuse to look at the way that we tell you about information, that's your own problem. I've had people come in and that have said to me, have you had your consultation? My what? Huh? What are you talking about? They're not going to have cable. And then they're going to call me and say, Chris, I don't have any cable. Well, did you call who? Hotwire. It's this new fangled company that's coming in.
Chris, you've been saying this for the last, I can't even remember how many meetings about Hotwire.
Folks,
I believe it's probably
please.
It's probably about a year now.
Yes.
But we had it installed. We had absolutely no problems. The young men were great. They installed it. It's perfect. And we had a supervisor, I suppose that's who it was, come and make sure everything was done correctly. They explained it. I have no complaints. Plus, the picture is crystal clear.
Good. Okay.
So we are very happy, and it went very smooth.
So again, you're just lucky. Yeah. But go see Maria. Definitely, all right? She's coming.
Mary Wicklander in 16E. We've had us for 4 days. Not had service. I'm Mary Wicklander on 16E. We've had ours since last Monday. Every day it goes out. It goes out for like an hour and a half, comes back in, out, in. They've been back to check it. Came back on Friday. He said he's going to have a crew out there today. They might have to redo it. And they're great, great guys, but I don't like TV. You get halfway in it.
Yes.
Blow.
Yes. Okay, so I know Joe, who is the head guy of installation, is coming here personally today. So I think you were one of the ones that I actually emailed him about, because I had about 6 different things, and he said, Chris, I will be there Monday. So I'm just waiting to see him. Okay, any questions on anything else before I get to the very last thing?
Hi, Star Lorenzi, 42F. The last meeting I was here, attended, I believe you said that we had more than enough money to do the roofs. Now, you just mentioned we have a deficit of $85,000, and that was due to COVID and insurance. So
not insurance. It had to do with price increases, lack of materials, etc. And actually, at the last meeting, this was actually explained at the last board meeting when we brought this up.
Okay.
And it was actually explained also by the chairman of the finance committee, Sabrina, that we are $85,000 short to do these roofs.
But how is it lumped into COVID? And roofs didn't have their own basket?
Yes, they have their own basket that we have $900 and some odd $100,000 in. Okay. However, from the last time we did them, roofs increased by $88,000 from 4 years ago.
So we
Okay.
didn't have a contract at last year with these people?
No. The last time we did roofs was after Hurricane Iris, I think maybe 4 years ago. We did 11 roofs back then.
Oh, so
So we don't keep a running contract with them. The company that we use that has done the roofs for us since I've been here, we're no longer using because we had so many problems with them. So that's why I was saying we're starting with a new company. I had 3 buildings last time they did it that were flooded while they were doing it. It rained, and people were calling me up at 3 o'clock in the morning saying I've got 8 buckets underneath everywhere in my house. So we no longer using them. We switched companies. That's why I said we're doing 2 buildings. We're going to make them get to warranty because we've never used them before and go from there. But the roofs themselves increased just from 4 years ago, $8,000. So you take 8,000 times 20 roofs, that's 160,000. We're half of that short.
okay, so but when you say something like we have plenty of money for, I'm from Ohio, we say roof, not roofs.
The roof?
Roof. So why, I mean, should that have been said, that we had plenty of money for roofs?
Well,
and we
I
didn't?
don't know the exact wording, and if it
Yeah,
was me
okay.
or whoever.
Well, I paid
but
attention because I think I need a new roof.
You need a new roof? But I know for sure that this was, that 85 was discussed
Okay.
at the last meeting.
Okay.
And probably the meeting before that by the Finance Committee. We've been talking about that for quite a while, too. There's 2 things that we have to do with the roofs. Because there's a new code, all the roofs need additional things done to them. All the air conditioners got to be put up on stands.
Right.
Back in the day, we didn't have to do that. In conjunction with that, they all need all new electric. So the prices have increased, like I said, about $8,000 per roof from just 4 years ago.
Okay. I met with the guys from Temtech. They came and they helped me with my air conditioner,
Yes.
which I will need a new one.
Okay.
Can you put building 42 next?
Yep.
Because I do need them to, and they came. They were very good.
Yep.
Very polite.
Yes, so they're offering a great deal. Anybody who's getting a roof done, you've got that little notice from us. They're offering a great deal for a 2-ton Goodman unit for $3,900. People have said, how could they do it? Because Monterey is paying for so much stuff. We're already paying them to take the AC down, to capture the Freon, to redo the electric. So they're passing that cost on to the individual owners because we're already paying for that to be done. Okay?
Sandy Coughlin, 22C. When did you say the roof is going to start going up on my condo?
Okay, so 22 and 23 are the first ones. I have not gotten the actual notice of the start date. We will be giving you a letter a week or 2 in advance, letting you know that they will be here, let's say, June 15th to start your roof. This is what you should expect. If you're one of the people that's getting a new AC, you got to let us know, stuff like that. But we'll give you plenty of notification. So we have never been without AC for an entire day. What they'll do is they'll do half the roof one day and half the roof the next for the air conditioners. You'll be out of air conditioning just for that one day that they're actually doing yours.
I'm a little concerned because the people upstairs, most of them are gone.
Yep.
So if there's any problem with leakage, I'm going to learn about it way late.
Yes, you will.
Well, thanks for the prevention.
We will see. Like I said, this is the first time that we're actually using this company. We'll see what kind of progress. They are right here. They're a local company. They're going to be here. One of the problems we had, the company that we were using, they weren't getting here till 9:30 in the morning. And I'm like, the guy's name was Chris. Chris, you guys aren't here. It's like 9:30. What's going on? Well, I pay them travel time if it's over 50 miles, and my shop is 49 miles away. So I'm not paying them travel time. So they were driving to the shop, picking up their truck at 8 o'clock and driving here. Unacceptable. These guys are here. They don't do the work. They don't get paid. So they're saying they're going to have a roof done within 10 days, from start to finish, totally done. So we'll see. Again, first time we're using them, we're going to do those first 2 and then go from there.
Do we have to?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Carol
Hi,
Drew
Carol.
from 27G. I don't want to replace our air conditioner because we did it 9 years ago. It doesn't have Freon or anything like that. But if it shouldn't restart, can I still get that $3,900 price?
Yes,
Or do
yes,
I have
you
to
can.
let you know in advance?
Yes, you can. So, out of the 11 roofs we did last time, that would be 110 air conditioners. There was only one that didn't start, and it was like 20 years old. I'm not really foreseeing any units not starting. This particular unit, all it was a capacitor. It was $100. I would not really worry about them not restarting. Like I said, we had very few of them that did not. I do, however, some people that are getting new ones, I literally have somebody that their AC is 27 years old. So they're like, you know what? I'm not going to take the chance of it not restarting. I'm going to get this great deal. But yes, if for some reason it will not turn back on and it's something major, you're still eligible to get that. But I wouldn't worry about it.
Chris, are you asking people to notify the office if they're getting new air conditioners, or are we just contacting the company?
If you are there and you're going to be there when it's being done, just contact the company, okay? I probably have about 8 people that are seasonal that have brought the checks in to me, and I will be giving it to Temp Tech. But they called and scheduled. They said they want to have it done. It's just I'm holding the check. But if you're going to be here, just call Temp Tech and schedule it yourself.
I just have a suggestion for the lady over there about downstairs and a possible leakage on the top. Most of your seasonal people have somebody check in these apartments while they're away. Might be a good idea per building to let the people know that are checking, just to check them after the job is done in case there is a water problem. So it's just
And I'm not so worried about after it's done. It's actually while it's being done. It's not right. It's not, yeah. It's not going to be, okay, a week later, all of a sudden, oh my God, there's a leak. They're almost impossible to leak. They're like a big, thick tarp that basically goes over the roof. It's when the work is actually being done, I'd be more concerned. But I don't know I can't think of who above you off the top of my head. And I don't know who watches their unit. Oh, Tom Johnson. Okay. Okay, so now we're just going to do one more thing, because you know what starts on June 1st? Anybody? Hurricane season starts. So, remember, this is not a, what do they call it? Yeah, that's it. This is not a shelter. If you're staying, we'll have the yellow ribbons again. And I'm going to talk about this at every single meeting. We will bring this up. If it looks like we're getting a category 3, 4, or 5, make your determination of what you want to do. If you have a pet, make sure you tell them you have a pet if you're going to a shelter. It's the same thing we've talked about for years and years and years, and it just is not worth having a hurricane anymore. Back in the day when the insurance was cheap, a little hurricane helped us every now and then. Now it doesn't. So pray we don't have a hurricane. Please. Questions on anything? Wait, please. Wait. They can't hear you in YouTube land. That's the only reason why.
Would you go through that? What's the yellow ribbon thing?
Okay,
again?
so if you decide to stay and you are afraid you might get stuck in your unit, we're going to give you a yellow ribbon that you tie to your doorknob outside, okay? And that's to let us know, Monterey, and your neighbors know that you decided to stay, even though it was a Category 5, 200-mile-an-hour winds. I'm going to stay. So we know that, it's been 3 days and I haven't seen Carol. Woody I've seen, but I haven't seen Carol. Let's go check. A lot of it, especially if you're upstairs and you still have a wood door. The wood doors are known to swell and you cannot get out. That is one of the reasons we also give this yellow ribbon. So if you have a wood door, I would say get a yellow ribbon no matter what. Okay? Downstairs, of course, you can always go out your back door. All right? But that's the yellow ribbon thing. So anybody, if you see a yellow ribbon on somebody's door and you haven't seen them in a while, knock real loud or call me. And if we can't get in, we'll take the door off the hinges, which we've done. So, wait, Millie, wait. Impatient.
I'm Millie Chambers, 24B. Anyway, it might be a good idea if it's a 5 and you stay. Carol, that ribbon could blow off the door. So maybe you need to tell.
All right, if you're an upstairs unit and you're staying during a 5, don't even bother putting a ribbon on. It's
Would you explain Goodman? I've never heard of it.
okay. So Goodman is the manufacturer, which we've done some homework, and it's actually a very good unit. Most of them are made by Trane or
Right.
different manufacturers anywhere, but it's like the third-rated AC unit right now. It's a really good unit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because
Yep.
mine's only 7 years old and has a 10-year warranty.
Yeah, you don't need an AC. You're
Okay.
fine. You don't need an AC.
Okay.
The people that are getting ACs, they're 15 and 20 years old. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're fine.
Back to the hurricane. Last year, we did have Martin County come in and give us a presentation. We still have that recording in YouTube land, if anybody
Ooh.
wants to. A lot of good information in there, because we do have a lot of new owners
Yes,
down
if
here
you're
that are
if you're a
staying.
new owner and you're watching us on YouTube,
Coming down here.
Go to the YouTube and you can dial back
Yes.
and you can actually watch Martin
Yep.
County's presentation.
Yeah. And the other thing is, we're surrounded by water and we're surrounded by bridges. When the wind gets to a certain wind speed, those bridges are closed. So don't wait till the last minute to think you're going to get out of here. The only way out of here is going south.
And again, also, don't expect like the employees immediately. Remember, we all live within the vicinity too. If there's a big enough hurricane, we're either stuck at our houses or we have damage ourselves, things like that. Now, I do have the landscape company and the tree guys are already set up that if we have a problem, we are at the worst, the third community on their list to come in. We are already set up with the Corps of Engineers for blue roofs. So we're pretty good at preparedness, but you never know what it's going to entail. So due diligence.
But certain shelters will only accept pets. So be
Exactly.
aware
If
of
you
that.
have a pet and you're going to go, excuse me, we do not allow pets.
Or I'm sorry, yes.
If you have an animal, you must call and tell them and find out where it is that you're able to go with your animal. And of course, always make sure that you have medication for at least 2 weeks, I think they say. And if you're staying, fill up water jugs. One thing that we do know is we are on the same grid as the prison. About the most we go out without electricity is about 6 hours. Unless, of course, it's something, a Category 5 that knocks everybody out. But for the most part, we are not without electricity very long. Okay? Downtown, Julie Brown.
Is there somebody who can come tell me if I have a wooden door or not? Just kidding, just kidding. No, what channel is the YouTube? MyCC?
What's the YouTube channel?
Yep.
Peg?
I don't know, I have to look it up. I have my phone in use.
Just
go to YouTube.
MYCC Stewart. I don't think there's a
Just go
.com
to
on the
YouTube.
YouTube.
Not for YouTube, there isn't.
No.
Yeah.
MYCC.Stewart.
See it.
Behind you.
Hi, Chris. Wally Tejan, 45A. Golf question.
Yes.
Do you know any reason why the drop zones aren't exposed on the golf course anymore? They're not lined out. There's no place.
Which particular ones?
Pretty much all of them.
Well, because
they're not using the white lines or putting a sign saying this is the drop zone?
Because a lot of the drop zones were done away with, and we don't even have drop zones anymore. And
Even
why?
on 5 and 8?
5, yes. 8 is now over closer to Counter Highway. Again, where it used to be.
It wasn't marked the last time I played last week.
I will check with Sid to see why.
Thank you.
Number 5 also is not marked.
We played yesterday, and there's a drop on 8 on the left side, and it was marked.
All right, but I'll check with Sid and get one second. She's doing the back.
So remember, if you want a yellow ribbon because you're staying, you need to sign up at the office. There, you guys have the yellow ribbons. So to get one, they need your name, right? Yes.
Yes. We'll probably put a sheet out there because it'll make it easier. But you do have to see me or Grace and just say, I have decided to stay. I'm a silly person. Here. No, actually, if I lived here and I lived downstairs, I'd stay. Especially if you have shutters or you have impact windows. I mean, I've been here for 17 years and gone through a lot of these hurricanes, and we have sustained minimal damages over the years. Minimal.
Mary Wicklander at 16E again. How much do the neighbors know about this? I have a couple of neighbors. How much do I explain?
About what?
About this new stuff. I have 2 of them. And did you send Allison's email?
Allison goes by email, correct.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of people that are on email. The majority actually are on email now. So they should have gotten everything that went out this morning. Grace always includes me in that email so that I know that it went. So I know that the email went out. It's well over 200 people are on email now. I did make extra copies. So if somebody really wants a hard copy, they can come and get it. And again, we advertise a lot between 63 and YouTube and the website and chip shots. If somebody doesn't know what's going on, it's their own fault.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is, but
we're more than adults. All right, question on anything else in the back? Oh, and if you're one of these buildings, just check to see if there's anything that needs to be delivered. The only ones that are up here for delivery are ones that we know are here because we have mailed out the ones that we know are gone. And if you don't see somebody there, it's because they get email. Okay?
I see that the budget is till December of this year.
Correct.
So in January, we can expect another increase.
Okay, so this is covering the expenses from now till December. Okay, the 114, 101, and the 89. Come January, when we do 2024 budget, that 114, 101, and 89 will still be part of your budget. Okay? But expect another increase in your budget. We are budgeting another $260,000, which is 20% for whatever increase we might get in insurance next year. The reserves, as of right now, are going up $108,000. So there will be another increase come January of 2024. Okay? Now, what kind of questions? Oh, okay. That put us over the top.
It's Nilsa 9F. I just want to piggyback. If a building rep is not here to pick up for their building, the group leader of those particular buildings, 1 through 10, 11 through, and so on, come check the table and then take those. And if you need help, let me know, and I'll get someone either to help you or I'll come out and deliver the ones that are not able to be delivered.
And remember, this saves us quite a bit of money, folks, because postage alone on these things is like $1.67. So we save if you save 100 of them, that's $167 that's you just save towards your insurance. Anything else on anything? Okay. Thank you.